Okay, I'm just checking that the microphone is working because, long story short, I filmed a video like last week, and as I'm editing it, I realised there is no fucking audio. I tried repeatedly to just get the video to work, like get the audio back, but I couldn't. Technical difficulties, I'm not sure what happened, but I'm telling you right now, if I edit this video and I discover it has no fucking audio, I'm literally gonna slap someone. Hey, it's Mel, I hope you're doing well and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, it's lovely to have you here. Today's case is very sad. We're going to be looking at the disappearance of Julian Sands. He was a British actor who went missing in the San Gabriel Mountains in California on the 13th of January this year. If there are any more updates on the case, I will obviously let you guys know in a case updates video. I've seen quite a few Julian Sands films. I don't know why, I'm only just now finding out about it, and he's been in many films such as Warlock, Leaving Las Vegas, The Killing Fields, Arachnophobia, and many more. There's a lot to cover, so let's get into it. 65-year-old English actor Julian Sands was born in Otley on the 4th of January 1958. Julian has more than 150 screen credits. He has a brother called Quentin and his parents were William and Brenda. Julian and actor John Malkovich have been best friends for over 40 years, and he was very saddened by the news of Julian's disappearance. John describes Julian as being very funny, kind, he was a great storyteller. One of the last conversations John had with Julian was about how to prepare yourself for death, which I take that as a mere coincidence. Julian is a father of 3. He has a son called Henry and 2 daughters called Imogen and Natalia. Julian lived with his family in Beverly Hills and he moved to LA in 2020. He turned 69 9 days before his disappearance. His life seemed happy. He had no problems whatsoever. He married Eugenia Sitkowitz in 1990. Julian disappeared on the 13th of January this year, and after he failed to return home, his wife Eugenia at 7:30 p.m. reported him missing. Julian loved to travel. He was a very experienced hiker. The last ping from his phone occurred 2 days after his disappearance, suggesting that his phone died shortly after. 1 week after his disappearance, a car that was believed to belong to Julian was found by search crews around the Southern California mountain range on the evening of the 18th of January. Julian's family and friends are very grateful for the support and help they've received during this difficult time. The area where Julian disappeared from is very treacherous, it's very dangerous, and due to bad weather conditions, the search parties temporarily stopped. Body of 62-year-old hiker Bob Gregory was found near Mount Islip on Saturday the 19th of February. He was a California hiker who went missing in the San Gabriel Mountains on the 13th of January, the same day Julian disappeared. These mountains often experience avalanches and snowstorms which are very deadly. Julian was last seen near Mount Baldy, which is a 10,000-foot peak northeast of LA. He was believed to be somewhere on the Baldy Bowl Trail, a popular hike in the mountains. Eugenia remembers Julian leaving the house that day. Everything was completely normal. However, when he failed to return home, that's when she became a bit worried and then called the police and reported him missing. In January, the area was affected by severe storms. The sheriff's department even warned hikers that the conditions on Mount Baldy were very dangerous. 2 hikers had already died in the area. All types of searches have been very difficult. Drones and helicopters have been used in search parties to find Julian. Due to bad weather, hikers in the area have become lost or injured. The rescue teams in January responded to 14 rescue missions. Julian's disappearance came shortly after Paula Gonzalez slid an estimated 700 feet to her death while hiking the same Baldy Bowl Trail on Mount Baldy. Searches for Julian continue, but his body so far has not been found. Julian was attempting to climb Mount Baldy, one of the most dangerous peaks in the US. Authorities hope to bring closure to the family. They have also previously used a Reco device, which is able to detect electronics and credit cards, in hope of establishing a more exact area in which to focus search efforts. Something else I want to mention here, because I feel like it's relevant to the case. In the early 90s, Julian had a brush with death while on the Andes. He was caught in a storm above 20,000 feet with 3 other people. Some guys perished while Julian and the 3 others survived. On the 28th of December last year, 43-year-old hiker Jarrett Choi from LA was hiking the Icehouse Canyon on trail when he fell near the Icehouse Saddle Ridge line. He was found 2 days later. The San Gabriel Mountains seem to be very dangerous. There's constant rescue missions happening. I just feel like people should not be hiking on these mountains. Like, they seem to carry a sense of like bad luck. The weather conditions were especially bad in January with all the storms going on. It made search efforts that more difficult. Even though I don't want to say it, it's very likely that Julian had some kind of accident. This can happen to anyone, even if they're an experienced hiker. Like, these things can happen. I just don't see this case having a happy outcome to it. And I think the family and friends of Julian Sands have accepted this. Even though his body has not been found, he still remains missing. My thoughts and hugs go out to the family and friends of him. This case is overall very devastating. That's all for today. That was the case of Julian Sands. If you have any updates or anything to add to this case that I have missed, please leave it in the comment section down below. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.